What's really good, guys? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Rashad, and I'm back with kind of a different video. I'm going to be doing a Clone Wars Q&A and announcement type video, plus a channel update, just to let you guys know what's going to be going on with the channel now that I've finally finished Star Wars: The Clone Wars. Now, I'm still recovering from a cold, so bear with me. I'm still a little bit ill. I wanted to not delay this video too long, so sorry it hasn't come out sooner than this. For the most part, I'm going to be talking about my feelings on Star Wars Clone Wars as a whole, as a series, as a show. I'm going to answer some of your questions and then let you know what's going to be happening with the channel going forward. So I'll start by talking about the Clone Wars and say that the Clone Wars as a TV show and as Star Wars medium, I've said it in my reaction already, the Clone Wars is a show that is very near and dear to my heart. I'm a huge Star Wars fan. I absolutely love Star Wars. The Clone Wars has been a big part of my channel and my life for a long period of time. I think we've been doing this for like 2 years now, at least, since I first started reacting to the show. I'd seen the movies multiple times, prequels, sequels, and original trilogy. I'd seen the standalone movies like Solo or Rogue One. I'd seen all of those. I'd seen Rebels. I had seen some episodes of maybe the first season of the Clone Wars when I was really younger. So I didn't really remember it too much, but it had just taken me a long time to get into the actual show. I've always wanted to watch it, and I thought it would be such a good thing to add to my channel, as I'm a big fan of the franchise in general. Now, the Clone Wars, it did a lot. It fleshed out a lot of characters for me. I found favorite characters where I didn't really know them or they really weren't touched upon in the movies. It fleshed out a lot of the plot lines and the motivations behind characters and stuff like that. So it added a lot to my overall love of the franchise and the universe, because even being a big Star Wars fan, I can definitely say that the best parts of Star Wars aren't necessarily the movies. They are the other pieces of content. So they are, for example, Star Wars games, animated TV series, live action shows like The Mandalorian and Boba Fett. That's where you'll get into the nitty gritty Star Wars feel, but you'd have to already love it to try and appreciate those, I guess, in the same way. I would never call it a kids show, I don't think, because it has some really adult themes sometimes to do with war, politics, war profiteering. Anakin's whole descent was pretty dark, to be fair. Some of the things that happened to characters was very non-child friendly, to say the least. But for anyone that hasn't watched the Clone Wars from beginning to end and is hesitating on giving it a go, please, I don't know why you'd be on this video, but for one, but please go and check it out, because it's amazing and I love it. I absolutely love it. I'm trying to think. I don't want to rank Clone Wars and Rebels, because Clone Wars is very fresh in my mind now, and Rebels I saw Rebels when it was out on TV. So when it was coming out week to week, that's when I watched Rebels. So it's not as clear in my mind, so I can't really compare them like that. But I do think like there's a lot of things that Clone Wars did really well, and it wasn't just the story or the dialogue or the character development. It was things like the music, the cinematography, the animation, the actual character moments and character interactions. It made you feel for the clones. It did so many things so well. And yeah, for any Star Wars fans that haven't actually touched on it or seen it, check it out, please. I don't know what I'd officially rate the entire show yet. I'm still trying to process it and go through it. Maybe some of the questions will help me to sift through my feelings. I've had maybe a few days to think about it now, but still, the last couple of episodes threw me for a loop, and I'm still kind of in shock. So it's going to take me a while to organize my thoughts. I'm going to do a full review on my Instagram. So if you're not following me on Instagram, please go do that. I'll be getting more consistent with my reviews and the things I put out on Instagram. I'm trying to be a lot more productive and consistent this year with all my social media stuff, and of course the channel. Which brings me to my next part, which is the announcement. The next show that I will be reacting to is Obi-Wan on Disney Plus. Now, a lot of people have been asking me when I'm going to watch this. A few of you might know that I had already started watching The Bad Batch, and I said I'd watch it after Clone Wars. But because The Bad Batch is probably another longer show, It's about 26 episodes, I think it is, 25 episodes for the first season. Obi-Wan is about 6 episodes, so I can actually bang that out a lot quicker. I'm not sure what the schedule's going to look like, maybe 2 or 3 episodes a week, but that'll be starting from early next week. It's a live action show. I haven't done a live action Star Wars show since Mandalorian season 2, I think. But this is a show that I was really, really excited to get into. I did want to let you guys know that I have actually finished Obi-Wan. I reacted to it as it was coming out on TV. I just hadn't put the videos up because I promised that I would only react to Star Wars content. So I did that for Umbrella Academy and Obi-Wan, and Bad Batch I'm going to be reacting to week by week. I don't have a backlog of Bad Batch reactions at the moment, but for Obi-Wan and Umbrella Academy, those reactions have been recorded. I just need to edit them and put them out. So those should be much more consistent, and I hope you guys do enjoy them. So next show that I'll be reacting to is Obi-Wan. Then it will be the Umbrella Academy season 3. And then we'll do the Bad Batch. Now, with Umbrella Academy and the Bad Batch, I don't know what kind of shows will be jumping or coming out at that time. So when I start doing those reactions, we'll have another think about how I'm going to put those out. Because I might start reacting to 2 shows at once a week. Again, I'm trying to build up to the consistency where I was reacting every day and putting content out every day. So, baby steps. We'll get there eventually. I don't want to overwhelm myself and then fall off or do anything like that, make false promises. So we'll see how it goes. As more shows get added to the schedule, we'll start rearranging things and changing some things around. So also make sure that you're suggesting shows that you want me to watch, because the thing that I don't want to do is be putting out content that you guys don't want to see. So if you have any suggestions about shows that you want me to get into, please leave them in the comments. I feel like my description or my summary of Clone Wars was a bit short, but hopefully when we go through these questions now, I'll be able to elaborate on how I feel about each aspect a little bit more. So let's jump into the Q&A. I'm going to go to the community tab on my YouTube channel first, just so that I can, for editing purposes, I'll try and grab you guys' questions and put them up on the screen. So I'll try and do more of these and let you guys know when I'm doing them, so that you can make sure that you get your questions out there and then get them read out on the channel. I was actually going to do a live stream of this until I realized that I haven't done a live stream before and probably need to prepare for it a bit more than just doing it on the day. But that's something that I would be willing to do in the future too. So these questions are from the community tab. You can check them out there. I did put up a post asking for more questions, so thank you guys for submitting your questions. These ones are from Josh Lee Henderson, who has been on my channel for a while. Thank you, Josh, for your continued support. I love to see your comments. First question is, who is your favourite Jedi from the Clone Wars time, not counting the main characters like Anakin, Obi-Wan, Ahsoka, and Yoda? Favourite Jedi from the Clone Wars time? Favourite Jedi has to be, okay, Plo Koon has to be 100%. I can't say Ahsoka. I was going to say Luminara, but no. Quinlan Voss, I thought he was very interesting. He wasn't like the rest of the Jedi, so I'd be excited to see what happened to him, to be honest. But yeah, Plo Koon, Quinlan Voss. Do Sith count? Because I really liked Ventress, especially towards the end of her character arc. I know she's not technically a Sith, but I would add Ventress to that. And Kit Fisto. And that's purely because he's one of the only Jedi I've ever seen, and probably the only Jedi that can swim underwater and use his lightsaber underwater, and he's a badass. And there was one Jedi that died at the very beginning. I really liked him. Oh, he had a funny name. Let me check. What was his name? Master Dai. His name was Master Dai, wasn't it? Ah, I'ma gonna die. I'ma gonna die. I hope I said that right. Yes, him. He was one of my favourites very early because he was just for his team, for his clones, and for the Republic. He took on a whole lot of clanker scum before he died with his clone commander. So, yeah, definitely him. And Aayla Secura, and just because she's bad as hell and a badass. And those two things, I can't not like it. So, yeah, those were my favourite Jedi. That was a long answer to one question. Also, is there anything you've learned about Palpatine's grand plan to take over that you hadn't realised or known about before watching Clone Wars? And if so, what was it? For example, there's the clone inhibitor chips. removing my... Why? Okay. Maul was one thing. I didn't know that he actually realized that Maul was alive and he went after him, thinking that he was a threat to his power, kidnapped him, tortured him for God knows how long, killed his brother. I didn't know any of that. I also didn't realize how many parts of his plan had to go well for him to succeed. So in episode 3, you see his plan start to come to fruition with Order 66. And that's like the grand stroke, the final stroke of his plan. He obviously had to dissolve the Separatists, take full control of the Republic, and change from the Grand Republic to the Empire. But the final straw of actually wiping out the Jedi, the last threat to him, that was what episode 3 was about. And I didn't realize how many plot points he had to have in place just for that to go right. He had to have the support of the banking clan and control of the banking clan, which was one of the last things he did before Order 66. He had to have the emergency war powers from the Senate. He had to have full support from the Senate in anything he did, whether he wanted to get more clones and spend more money on clones, whether he wanted to attack certain separatist colonies or planets. The fact that he won he won against the Trade Federation when they blockaded his planet, I think went a long way into getting him the support that he needed. Because at the end of the day, when he changed from the Republic to the Empire, there was no one there really saying outraged about it. Most people really wanted it. He had convinced them that this is the right thing to do. He convinced the Senate to turn against the Jedi. They all agreed that they should be wiped out. Not all of them, but the majority of them agreed that they should be wiped out. And I didn't realize those smaller parts of the plan all connected to the bigger part. The way that he played both sides, I think, was more detailed and showed a bit more clearer than in other Star Wars media, I think. What was your favorite dark side moment from Anakin in this series? A lot of them. All of them. I absolutely loved when Anakin let loose. I think my favorite one was when he fucked up Clovis. No, okay. That was my second favorite. My favorite one was against was it the son and the father? When he stopped them and made them fucking bow to him in the Mortis arc. Oh, yeah, that was my favorite dark side moment. That whole arc was amazing, but that moment was my favorite. I don't know if you would call it a dark side moment. I just felt that it was coming from a place of foreboding and anger. It may not have. At that point, it may not even really count as a dark side moment. He just wanted them to heal. If you could call that a dark side moment, then yeah, that's my favorite. What character were you most surprised to see pop up in the series? Hondo! For fuck's sake. He was a completely different character than what I remember him from, and I could be just misremembering him, from Rebels. Now, I don't mean that he wasn't cheeky and slightly untrustworthy or anything like that, but he did a lot more bad things, like outright murder, and the way that he was an antagonist in the beginning of his relationship with the Jedi, that I didn't realize. I didn't realize he tried to kill Obi-Wan and Anakin on multiple occasions, poison them, drug them, kidnap them. The way that he was ruthless with his men as well at times. In Rebels, it's more played for kind of jokes or comedy relief, but there were some sinister actions that he did in Clone Wars that I did not expect. Okay, so next question. Thank you, Josh. Those were your questions done, I think, unless you got some more of the actual video. But the next question, I'm sorry if I'm saying your name wrong, but Hihu, I don't know if I've said that right. Please don't kill me. Or get at me in the comments. If I've said your name wrong, I hate when people say my name wrong, so just let me know how to say it right and I'll correct myself. What are my favourite arcs and seasons? Oh, what are the names of the arcs? Because I don't want to say an arc and it makes no sense. I'm pretty sure they actually have names. Names of Star Wars arcs. The Siege of Mandalore has to be my favourite arc in the entire show, without a doubt, and it's obvious why. The Umbara arc, of course, another top tier arc. Citadel arc. Mortis arc, yep, that's 4. Arc where Ahsoka was trying to prove her innocence and then ended up leaving the Jedi. That's my 5th favorite arc. So yeah, I think those are all of it. But I did like the Domino Squad arcs as well, to be honest. Like Arc Troopers, the Citadel, Rookies, those episodes. I did like their stories. I know they weren't in a specific arc, but I'll give them an honorable mention. Can I choose more? Because that was 5 and that was very quick. Anything to do with Mandalorians? Favorite seasons? Ooh, season 5 was season 5 was very good. Season 5 and season 4, I think, were my favorite seasons of Clone Wars. That's when it was starting to get a little bit more darker. Shit was starting to go wrong. The politics was at an all-time high. The trust in the Jedi was lowering. A lot of arcs added to the whole atmosphere of this is going somewhere. Something bad is going to happen. Seasons 4 and 5 were probably my favorite seasons. And maybe season 1 just because of the introduction of most of the characters and stuff like that. Which of the Jedi did you hate most after season 5? Windu doesn't count. After season 5, which of them did I hate the most? Apart from Mace, who was there really to hate? Yoda was more of a, I was more disappointed in Yoda than anything, to be honest. And Krell was before season 5, so I don't think there was any more to. Okay, well, I'm just gonna put in Krell because I don't think he was not in season 6 at all. Do you know what? I will say Obi-Wan, and I've always said this. I will say Obi-Wan. And hate is a strong word. I hated Krell, but for the purpose of this question, he wasn't in season 5. Obi-Wan, I feel like, as Anakin's closest friend, brother, father figure, he really could have done more to save his friends. But Obi-Wan was also part of the problem. He was. The Jedi problem, the council itself, they all thought the same way. They were all too egotistical, too power hungry, too naive, too gullible. They were lost in tradition. And he was one of the prime examples of that. He didn't see what was going on with Anakin until it was too late. And by that time, it was too late to stop him. So I wouldn't say I hate him, but he definitely embodied the hatred of the Jedi that I had. The same way that Mace Windu does, but I can't choose him. Do you like any alternative scenarios? Example, what if Satine's death had pushed Kenobi into darkness? I think there's a theory or an alternate scenario where Jar Jar's a Sith Lord, and if you see my Jar Jar episodes, you'll probably have a laugh at that. So what if Jar Jar was a Sith Lord? What if Anakin didn't lose against Obi-Wan on Mustafar and was at his peak as Vader without the mechanics and stuff like that? How would the universe have changed if that happened? What if Luke and Leia weren't born? How was the Empire defeated then? There's a lot of things that I could say. But no, I think my favorite one would be what if, because I would love to see Anakin as Vader, all of his power as a Sith Lord, without any of the restrictions that Palpatine put on his suit, with his full limbs, he could do Force lightning, all of that. I would love to see that. So yeah, if Anakin defeated Obi-Wan on Mustafar, that's the one. That's the alternate reality I'd want to see. Finally, a question from Legends. After Ahsoka left, Yoda thought about giving Anakin another apprentice. Do you think it could make a difference? No. Not at the time that Ahsoka left. I think that was a big blow to Anakin, and trying to then build a relationship with a new apprentice, I think he would have pushed that person away much more than he initially tried to push Ahsoka away. I think that another apprentice would not have helped one bit. And I'd also love to see a tier list of characters or something similar. I would love to do a tier list, but that looks like it takes a lot of preparation, so I have no idea where to start. So if anyone knows how to do a tier list, let me know, either in this video, on my Instagram, DM me, whatever. Let me know, and maybe I'll do one in the future. Okay, so there's some more questions on the community tab. So from JPW Phoenix, thank you very much for your support and for your comments as well. I always see you on my channel. Question is, out of all the Clone Wars exclusive characters, so no Obi-Wan and Anakin, which is your favourite and which one do you think had the best development throughout the show? It would have to be Ahsoka isn't Ahsoka is Clone Wars exclusive technically, but I would say Rex, Ahsoka, and Fives. Those are the three I would say. One of my favorites. They had the best arcs in the show, no matter how tragic their endings were, and I really felt for them. They were my favorite characters, and probably my favorite characters in the universe in general. They are definitely in my top 10 list of favorite Star Wars characters. Harry Cheseldine question is favorite Clone Wars troopers. Favorite ones are Fives, Rex, Wolf, I would say Crosshair, you know, more than Hunter, more than anyone in the Bad Batch. At the moment, from what I've seen, Crosshair is very interesting. I want to see more of him. Boyle and Waxer. Oh, I could go for ages doing this, to be honest. I really could. Jesus. Oh, this could, yeah, Dead or Alive, this could be. I love the clones. You know this already. I could be here for days. I'll just say, yeah, those are my top for now. But yeah, most of the clones, I don't think any clones I disliked apart from Fox, even though it wasn't his fault. And Dogma, I didn't like Dogma, but he did redeem himself in the end. But Fox and Dogma are the ones that are the only clones that I would say I dislike. I don't know if that really answers your question, but yeah, most of the clones. Okay, now on the actual video, let's see questions. All right, so I'm going to check out some questions from the video. You guys have commented some questions yourselves, so let's check. Josh Lee Henderson asked what were my top 5 episodes or arcs. My top 5 episodes, I've already said the arcs. My top 5 episodes would be, but I need to remember the names now, damn it. Victory and Death, definitely. Shattered, definitely. Orders. Carnage of Krell. The Wrong Jedi. And yeah, there's too many. There really are too many episodes. The Phantom Apprentice. The top 6. Give me that at least, please. Sorry guys, I'm not answering these questions the best. I love everything too much. And I think that makes the last of the questions. I'm just scrolling through now. I'm on my laptop, guys. Sorry if I didn't explain that already. I'm using my laptop to just check out the questions for the Q&A. No, I think that's the last of questions. If I've missed any, comment them on this video and I will answer them in the comments. Don't worry. But yeah, a big thank you to everybody that's watched, liked, shared, commented, has been here each week pushing me to put out content. Thank you guys, because you've made the experience amazing. This is why I want to be a YouTuber. This is why I do reaction videos, because I love watching stuff. I love talking about the things that I watch, and I love engaging with the community. You have no idea the feeling it gives you when people engage with what you do and like what you do and support what you do. So thank you from the bottom of my heart. I just want it to get bigger and better, and I'm going to try my best to do that this year. So thank you for being on this journey with me. I hope you stick around for more reactions. Star Wars: The Clone Wars, end of an era. I'm going to miss it so much, but I'm excited to see what other Star Wars content we can get into. Anyway, guys, that will be the video for today. Please hit that like button. Comment any more questions you have down in the comment section. Any suggestions for shows that I should react to, drop them down below. I can't wait to jump into Obi-Wan with you guys next week. So make sure post notifications are on. And as usual, I'll see you in the next one. Peace.